Okay, have a seat. Okay, raise your hands up over your head for me. I'm going to go around your waist first, okay? Kind of lean up just a little bit. Okay, you can lean back. Okay, one more time. Okay, you can drop your hands and get comfortable. Okay, relax that in your lap. No, it'll capture everything that I need to capture. Just relax that hand. All right, I'll let you know before we start. We're going to go with acquaintance first, and that's the questions regarding numbers, okay?
Yes.
All right, we'll put a little pressure in your arm.
Yes, sir.
Please remain still. The test is about to begin. Regarding the numbers you wrote, did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write the number 2?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
Did you write the number 6?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still. Okay. You can move around a little bit. Did wonderful. Exactly the way I thought you would. You responded exactly the way I thought you would. Try to breathe as normally as you can. Okay. You were trying to hold your breath a little bit. Just breathe as normally as you can.
Yes,
okay. That makes it easier for you.
I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay. Just make sure you breathe as normal as you can. Okay. I need that spell on the wall. We're going to get started. Please remain still. The test is about to begin. Do you understand I will only ask questions that we have reviewed?
Yes.
Regarding allegations, will you answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
Other than what you told me before your last birthday, did you ever lie to a supervisor?
No.
Did you do anything to cause Sunday's disappearance?
No.
Are you now in the state of Georgia?
Yes.
Other than what you told me before your last birthday, did you ever do anything that was dishonest?
No.
When you last saw Sunday, was she alive?
Yes.
Do you sometimes listen to music?
Yes.
Before your 43rd birthday, did you ever lie to stay out of serious trouble?
No.
Do you know where Sunday is now located?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still. All right, you can move around a little bit. Any problem with any of those questions?
No.
So you had to scratch a little bit, huh?
Yep. It did.
Any problem with the dishonesty questions or lying questions or Sunday questions? Anything that you want to discuss before we go to the next test? Okay. I appreciate you being still for me. All right, let's go to the next one. Please remain still. The test is about to begin. Do you understand I will only ask questions that we have reviewed?
Yes.
Regarding allegations, will you answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
Before your 43rd birthday, did you ever lie to stay out of serious trouble?
No.
When you last saw Sunday, was she alive?
Yes.
Do you sometimes listen to music?
Yes.
Other than what you told me before your last birthday, did you ever lie to a supervisor?
No.
Do you know where Sunday is now located?
No.
Are you now in the state of Georgia?
Yes.
Other than what you told me before your last birthday, did you ever do anything that was dishonest?
No.
Did you do anything to cause Sunday's disappearance?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still. All right. Any problem with any of those questions, Herman?
No, sir.
Anything that you want to discuss before we go to the next one?
No, sir.
Okay. This next one's going to be a little bit different. It's called a silent answer chart. I don't want you to answer out loud. I want you to answer in your heart. Okay? It's just called a silent answer chart. In other words, don't say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
You'll say it in your heart. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And I see it. All right. Please remain still. The test is about to begin. Silent answer chart. Do you understand I will only ask questions that we have reviewed? Regarding allegations, we answer each question truthfully. Do you sometimes listen to music? Other than what you told me before your last birthday, did you ever do anything that was dishonest? Do you know where Sunday is now located? Are the lights on in this room? Before your 43rd birthday, did you ever lie to stay out of serious trouble? Did you do anything to cause Sunday's disappearance? Are you now in the state of Georgia? Other than what you told me before your last birthday, did you ever lie to a supervisor? When you last saw Sunday, was she alive? This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still. All right, any problem with any of those questions?
Nope. It's all the same ones each time, aren't they?
Every one of them is the same one. Let's make sure there ain't no problems.
No, sir.
Get a few things off.
You got a few things what?
Let me get a few things off of you.
Okay, man, I appreciate that. It's just dang uncomfortable.
What, how many of those questions,
Yes, sir.
which ones gave you the biggest fit?
Any of the ones about Sunday? I'm nervous about that situation.
Let me look at a few things.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ooh, good. Boom. In the middle of the
All right, my friend. We need to go over a few things.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know this is a stressful situation for you. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yes, sir.
But it's obvious to me that, I'm going to tell you, it's obvious to me that you have not been totally honest with me about Sunday. I don't know what it is, and that's why we're going to put our heads together, okay?
Yes, sir.
You didn't do well on this test. At all. I'm talking about in the least. You mentioned something to me earlier, and I asked you the question. What do you think happened to Sunday? And you told me, Sean, I think she may have overdosed. I think she may have overdosed, and she's in a ditch somewhere off of Fletcher Street. I asked you where Fletcher Street was and all that. You remember the ditch scenario? This is the problem that I have with the entire investigation. Your daughter-in-law, who you have problems with, has y'all's grandbaby. There ain't no doubt in my mind that y'all love that grandbaby. Ain't no doubt in my mind. Y'all would do anything in the world for that grandbaby. I'm not saying that y'all kill anybody, but y'all would do anything in the world for that grandbaby. Y'all want that grandbaby. Especially your wife. Ruby's taking Sunday off to purchase drugs, and you gave her an explanation. It's understandable, may not be right, but it's understandable. Look, if we don't take her, she's going to get it somehow, and she's going to be in the streets. Remember what we talked about that? The day that you come home is the day that she goes missing.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you this. And also, Ruby's story doesn't really correlate or coincide with Izzy's statement as to the last time they saw him. Okay, that's neither here nor there. I asked you the question, the last time you saw Sunday, was she alive? And I got problems big time on that question. I'm just telling you like it is, okay? If you went in that house and she had overdosed and you didn't want it at the house and you did something, then you need to tell me right here and right now. Because it's obvious to me that concerning that question, we got a problem, okay? What I did just then is I went out to my boss. I emailed it to my boss. He said, Sean, the man needs to come off of something. And he's right. I knew it just as soon as I saw the charge, okay? Let me tell you, if when you got to your house, your daughter-in-law had died from an overdose, then Herman, you need to tell me. I wasn't there, but I can tell you this. We got some problems, okay? You caused her disappearance is a big problem. But the biggest problem is, was she alive the last time you saw her? Now, if you got to that house and she had overdosed, and you didn't want your grandbaby to be around it, and you didn't want DFACS to see it because you thought it would go back on y'all, then you need to tell me. But you need to tell me something for you, okay? You seem like a fine fellow to me. We all make mistakes, but it's obvious to me you were not honest with me on that test concerning those questions. You need to help me, but you also need to trust somebody, okay? You don't know me from Adam's house cat, but I think you know that I'm a good person, okay? There's reasons for everything. There's reasons for everything. I asked you that question earlier for a purpose. What do you think happened to her? And you told me you think she overdosed.
Yes, sir.
If she overdosed, then tell me that.
I don't know that she did. I believe she did.
When you got to that house, that day to get your clothes,
Yes, sir.
you saw her or you saw her body. One of the two. What happened that day when you got there? What happened that day?
I told you what happened. I have not seen her.
Okay. When you got there, tell me what happened.
Pulled in a parked truck, went to the door, and I let my dog out.
Mm-hmm.
I let a little French bulldog. I let him out. I walked into the house, did a couple of things. I remember walking into the, I went and used the bathroom because I'd been on the road. I don't like using toilets just anywhere. I went and used my toilet. That's all I remember doing. I know that sometime over the weekend that I moved my dirty clothes out of my semi into my laundry room. I know that. I don't think I did it right there. I believe I went in and used the bathroom, came back out, got in the truck, took the dog with me, and went to my mama's for birthday cake. The times, my times, and I've not hit any of my times, are pretty much exact. They can get my times of when I pulled in there and when I left and all of that, you know, on my truck.
Oh, I'm sure they can, and I think they have. Don't protect anybody today, okay? Look after yourself. Don't protect anybody. If something happened because she's going to take that young'un or she overdosed, then you need to please tell me something. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these charts right here are slamming you. Okay, I've done this so long that you got so much on your shoulders right now, you can't even stand it, okay? You're dying inside. I can look in your eyes and tell something's going on. I could tell that whenever I was interviewing you. Even though you're a nice person, and you are a legitimately nice person. But nice people do things that they normally wouldn't do. If you didn't hurt this girl, then you didn't hurt her. But if she overdosed, and you were trying to protect your granddaughter, then I understand. It may not make it right, but I understand. If all this is on her, then I understand. But you don't protect anybody when we're looking for the truth. And you have not told me the truth. That is as straight as I can put it. Okay? Come around here, let me show you something. Okay? I want you to see that I ain't bullshitting, okay? You see this name right here?
Yes, sir.
Roy Herman Evans. Deception indicated. Right there.
Okay.
Okay? What is the number one question that you're screwing up on?
SR2.
No, right here.
When you last saw Sunday, was she alive?
Was she alive? Did you do anything to cause Sunday's disappearance? Okay? Those are the two that you're screwing up on the most. And let me tell you, it's not pretty. Okay? It's not pretty. Have a seat. Now, I can help you explain this, or I can't. I'm sorry, come back around here again. This is a different scoring algorithm. What's that word out there say?
Deception.
Do you know what that word means?
It means I'm lying.
It means you're lying. It means you are flat lying. There's no doubt. When we have a score like that,
yes, sir,
there is no doubt, okay? This is what me and you going to do. We're going to sit down, we're going to be honest with each other about what happened Sunday. If you didn't cause her death, and she did it herself, or somebody else did it, have a seat.
Can I use the bathroom before we do this?
You need to use the bathroom again. If you need to use the bathroom again, we'll go.
We can wait.
No,
it's just the
no,
nerves.
I'm not going to make you wait. Come on, because I ain't no way. I can't stand half of this. Now, Herman.
Yes, sir.
Me and you going to walk together. I'm not going to walk against you, okay? There's an explanation for this, and I know there is. This ain't you, so I don't even want to think that you've hurt anybody, okay? But you got to tell me what happened involving Sunday. It's that straightforward. I'm going to walk with you if you allow me to, okay? Put all the other stuff aside. I don't care what you told me to begin with, because you now know what I know, okay? That part of the ball game's over with. That part's over with. When you saw Sunday, she wasn't alive. When you last saw Sunday, she wasn't alive. What did y'all do with her? What did you do with her? What happened to her? Tell me what's going on. Go from A to Z, not A to C. Okay? Let me and you clear this up right now. If you didn't cause this, then you damn sure know what's going on. Okay? It's as straight as that. My job was to cleanse your heart. Okay, my job right now is to cleanse your heart. Tell me what's going on.
I told you the truth. I understand what you're saying. I've told you the truth.
Was Sunday alive when you got there?
She wasn't there when I got there.
She wasn't at the house when you got there?
Not that I know of, no sir.
You didn't see Sunday when you got there?
No sir.
What is the problem on this test?
No sir. I don't know how it works.
Well, I do. Okay. And we got problems with it.
Yes sir.
We got some serious problems with it. Do you know where she's at? Do you have a damn good idea where she's at right now?
I only have an opinion.
Okay, give me that opinion one more
I
time.
believe she's off of Fletcher Road, over there where she was doing the drugs. I believe she overdosed in that area, and I believe they dumped her body.
Who's they? Who is the they that you keep talking about?
The drug dealers that she was getting her drugs.
Okay, what's their names?
I don't know. I know my wife has mentioned their names a couple of times. I know where the house is at.
Where's the house?
Fletcher, I believe is the address.
Is there a drainage ditch behind that house?
There's drainage ditch in that area.
Where's it at? I don't know where it's at.
There's a...
Let me go get the lead investigator. Stand tight for just a minute. Okay, come on in, Grant. Get this grab one of the chairs over there, if you will. All right, Herman, let me explain to you what I've done. I've gone, do you know Graham?
Graham last
Okay. Graham is the case agent.
Yes, sir.
This is not my investigation.
Yes, sir.
I told him how bad we did on the charts.
Yes, sir.
I even showed him my scores. He saw them, okay? There's no doubt in my mind, Graham, that we got some problems with Herman concerning Sunday. I personally think that Sunday had overdosed. He comes in the house and sees her. That's what I think. I'm not sure. But there's something to the fact the last time he saw her, she wasn't alive. Not according to his charts. She was not alive. Now, I asked him earlier, I said, Herman, what do you think happened? Tell this gentleman right here what you think happened.
She overdosed in one of them drug houses where she was at, where she'd been partying. They dumped her in that drainage ditch.
Do you know about what part of that drainage ditch she would be in?
No, sir. I did not do it. I'm just saying that is the assumption that I have.
Herman, what makes you think that?
She had almost overdosed.
Three times, what you told me?
Three times.
Where?
At the house.
At your house?
Yes, sir. She had called Ruby to come home.
She's almost overdosed 3 times at your house.
Yes, sir.
And you think she's overdosed somewhere else?
Yes, sir.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, actually it does. She was over there, nobody would help her.
Here's how my job works. It's not that hard, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I've talked to a lot of people, and the one that doesn't make any sense, that's the one line. Okay? You're telling me she's almost overdosed 3 times at your house.
Yes, sir.
Which means a lot to me.
Yes,
Which
sir.
means that she shoots up at your house.
Yes.
She does drugs at your house.
We told y'all that.
Which means she doesn't do it somewhere else. She does it there.
If that's the way you want to look at it, no, she does it everywhere she goes.
Herman, explain to me why you just mom shit out of the polygraph.
I don't know how it works. I don't know why.
I can tell you how it works. When you lie, it gives him an indication that you're lying.
I disagree, but I understand what you're saying. I understand y'all's job.
Is there anything on your conscience?
Hell yeah, there's a punch on my conscience.
Well, let's talk about it.
Dude, I let the girl come stay with us to help her because her whole family kicked her out. She comes to my house. We have taken care of her. Her whole family has disowned her. And now they're looking at us that we've done something. We was only damn ones that helped her.
The polygraph indicates that you know something about her death.
So I saw what he
How do you explain that?
said.
You don't have an explanation.
No, sir. I don't know
you know if Sunday's alive? Do you understand how real this is right now?
Yes, sir. If she's dead, it's a murder. Murder is life in prison or death penalty.
Well, time out for just a minute. I asked you earlier, how do you think she died? She died of an overdose.
Yes, sir.
Would that make that murder? No, it wouldn't make it murder. So why are you saying she was murdered?
Well, I did.
That's what you just said.
Y'all are playing words with me now?
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Because he asked me how serious it was. If the girl was murdered, it's life in prison.
That's a better word. If the girl was murdered.
I am not a professional speaker. I'm sitting here, I'm a truck driver. I'm talking to y'all.
But you're educated. You're not ignorant. You're a pretty smart man. I mean, I've enjoyed my time in here talking to you. You're not ignorant by any means. Bottom line is this. We got to find Sunday. We've got to find her. She's got a baby girl, okay, that y'all love.
Yes, sir.
Straight up, y'all love.
Yes, sir.
You get home the day she disappears.
Yes, sir.
You get home actually about an hour before she disappears. Now, I don't understand that, but the totality of the case stinks to high heaven. I'm just going to be straight up with you. It stinks to high heaven. The fact that for a month or so, y'all are doing everything in y'all's power to get that baby away from her, okay?
And to get her help now.
Maybe to get her help. Where were y'all trying to get her help at?
We've been to DFAX, we've been to Rocky, we've been to the sheriff's department asking if they could bust her to help her.
So that was the help you were talking about?
How else can you get her help? We took her to the methadone clinic. That didn't.
Where's that at?
It's on the north side of town here.
Is it here in Tifton?
Yes, sir. They have a methadone clinic in Tifton now.
Is it a housing unit? Do they house folks there, or is it an outpatient
No,
type
it's an
thing?
outpatient, I believe.
Herman, did you do any double with Sunday? Whenever?
Yeah, he has.
Yes, sir. It is in the report. That is the argument me and Ricky got into. She got upset at me because
Tell me the circumstances around that.
I have a code problem. I have not covered that up. I have to stay away from it. I come in that weekend, and you don't know if you have, at the beginning of April. She offered me a $20 bag of coke to use my truck to go get her some coke. You lay coke in my hands, and it's hard for me to say no. I gave her another 20 and I asked her to pick me up a second. Ruby found out about it.
Is that helping Sunday with her problem?
No, sir, it is not. I understand it, yeah, and I'm right there. Yes, that dug me straight into a hole.
It's not like you're going to AA with her. I mean,
No, sir.
your explanation of helping her is trying to get her busted, which kind of helps with the custody case against her too.
Okay. But if we had all that going on, why would we kill her? Why would we make her disappear? Why would we do anything? I mean, everything we had going on was going our way. Why would we risk that?
Well, let me ask you this. If you found out, or Ruby found out, that somebody was going to take y'all's grandbaby, what would y'all do?
I do not know. But let me take a swing at that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing that whole family talk about how she was moving back that day, and they were doing this and doing that, and the girl was straight, she ain't never done nothing wrong. Y'all were in the house. There's nothing of Sunday's packed. Nothing of hers is packed up, ready to go. That's a damn lie.
When did you find out about that?
I think it was Monday morning, Ruby was reading me an article out of the paper about how they keep telling everybody that she was moving back, and that she was going back that afternoon. I don't know what phone records were. Y'all know the phone records. Y'all know who she spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
You know whether she spoke to that sister that
She
day.
did.
Okay? You know whoever else she spoke to that day.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can kind of get a feeling on whether she was moving back. Everything I hear from everybody that's not that little clique is saying she was just going down for the weekend to move some stuff out of the storage building. I don't know. You're shaking your head no at me. Is that not what she was doing, or is that not what you heard?
Herman, tell you everything I've learned.
Yes, sir.
But Sunday was moving. She may not have been moving that day, but she was moving. And I think that she was planning on taking Izzy with her at some point too. Okay. And this would have been, that would have been rough on Ruby. Because Ruby loved Izzy more than you or anybody else.
Yes, sir, I know that.
You don't think that Ruby would have had a little bit of a problem if somebody's going to take her grandbaby back and forth?
Yes, sir. I wish she did. I wish she thought of it.
Okay. Well, maybe she didn't get it. Maybe, I don't know. You fill in the blank. Herman, something is weighing on your conscience on this polygraph. This means you're holding back. There's something on your conscience. You were holding something back. It's time to let go, brother. This cannot get any more real.
I understand what you're saying, and I understand what you're doing. Guys, I've done told you the truth. Things on my conscience, there's a lot on my conscience. There's a lot of things that I have to deal with in my life. I've got a lot of people that I'm responsible for. I've got my children, my mother, my sister. I have to take care of all these people. I take care of my wife. I take care of that flower business. I take care of these. I have a lot on me. I have a lot on my conscience. I don't know what happened. And I'm thinking I'm getting to a point that I'm lost. I don't know what I've done on that. I don't understand. I've told you the truth. As far as I'm.
Let me say this, and there's ain't questioning enough.
Yes, sir.
If you hear anything at all, absolutely anything at all, you need to be in contact with that man.
Guys, if I know, I have suspicions, I have thoughts, I've got a lot of things going on, and I can't, there's no, because all of it is, I don't know. I don't know. But I've told y'all what I do know. There's a lot that I don't know.
Is there anything that you hadn't told us about your suspicions of?
Yeah. They sure are. I don't think I need to. I'm scared right now.
Yeah, you're scared for Ruby, aren't you? That's what it looks like to me.
No, sir, I'm not really scared for Ruby. I'm scared for myself.
Why?
My mom and sister think that she's trying to set me up. Because she keeps making a lot of comments about me, about things
The
that...
Ruby is?
Yes, sir.
What's she saying? What did your mama say she was saying?
Said that they told her about my drug problem. She was telling my mom and my sister that I went and done the drugs with Sunday that weekend. She told
Let me stop you for just a minute. It's obvious to me that you got some things on your chest that you want to share with us. But you mentioned an attorney just a minute ago. We cannot reinitiate with you. You've got to tell us that you want to talk to us. And I'm not asking you.
I don't know what, I mean...
But, you know, that kind of information that it sounds like you're trying to tell us may very well be important to this case. And that may be what's in your heart right now.
I've got a couple of pieces of information that I would like to reinitiate, and I'll tell you all this. Is that
Perfect.
acceptable?
As long as you understand it right now, are you in handcuffs?
No, sir.
Are you in leg shackles?
No, sir.
That door is not locked.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You're here on your own free will. You're not under arrest. Nothing like that. What I want to hear what you got to say so I can either rule you in or rule you out.
I've got just a couple of pieces of information. My mom and my sister was telling me that every time that Ruby's away from me, she's talking very bad about me and saying a lot of nasty things. I think that I feel like it's family stuff. I don't think Ruby's a bad person. I've been married 4 times. I don't want to get divorced. I have done everything I could to make this marriage work. I love Ruby, but I'm also watching my back. I don't think Ruby's capable of killing anyone. The incident that came up about my parents, my mom and my sister telling me that, about 3 weeks ago, 2 of my friends called me. He says, we got something we need to tell you. It was right after the birthday party that I had on the 25th. And they said, I said, what's going on? They said, Ruby said something to us. And first it was my male friend, his name's Aaron Pritchard. He said, Ruby asked me, were you going to put that land in her name to fix it up? And she wasn't going to do anything to it until then. And I said, well, why didn't she just ask me? She said, well, she was just wanting to find out for sure because you'll say one thing and do something else. Okay. I didn't think nothing about that one. And his girlfriend gets on the phone with me. Her name is Karen. I do not know Karen's last name. Karen made a comment to me that while we were having my birthday party, she was sitting over there making comments to Karen about how she was going to get that land, fix it up, and sell it just to hurt my whole family. And I don't know why.
The land where your house is at?
It's not a house yet. It's a clubhouse that we're fixing into a house.
So it's not where your house is, then?
No, sir. Yeah, it's around on the other side of the lake. It's a block. It used to be years ago a community center where people would pay to go
fishing and stuff?
No, not fishing. Family reunion. You remember, y'all are probably from the big city, but we used to do family reunions. Every Sunday, one of the families had a family reunion. Chicken, all that, and that's what it was built for. My uncle built it. Well, I ended up with it, and I want to fix it into a house. And Ruby was wanting me to put it into her name, so that if she put me out, she had it. Which, granted, I do screw up. But is that weighing on my conscience enough to fail that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Has Ruby told you anything else since this has all happened that really just stabs you in the back, makes you feel like, Ruby, what do you know about this? Because there is weight on your shoulders that I'm looking at that hasn't been explained yet.
She's not. Feelings. There's nothing. There's just feelings. Intuition.
Give me your intuition. That's what I want to know. It doesn't go anywhere. Just give me your intuition.
You know it better than anybody.
No, hell, I don't. I spent 3-4 weeks on the down road. Look at how often I'm home.
Would she do something to Sunday and try to set you up with it? Would she do that?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of hatred she's got in her body. I mean, she was sitting there telling the people that she was going to take that land and sell it just to hurt me. And I've not done anything to hurt her. I pulled her out of a relationship where she was getting her ass beat.
And you you don't do that? We're not going to talk about all that.
Okay. So, I have. I mean, I'm not great. But I brought her out of a shack. I got her into a decent home. Yes, I know my home's not the greatest in the world. I bought her vehicles. I've been taking care of her. I gave her the flower shop. I bought her the flower shop. I mean, how could she hate me that much for everything I've done?
I think she wouldn't hesitate at all to hate you if you jeopardized interference or custody of that grandchild. You agree with me on that, right? That Izzy is more important to her than
Izzy, she has a sick infatuation with Izzy.
Yes, she does.
And it's, yeah.
And if you got in the way,
She put me down. If she put me down or put me out of her life, which was what we've already been talking about, with the situation with defects, I've already told them that I would move out or divorce her to be away from her. I have a suspicion that she has a boyfriend. And anytime I bring it up, she goes into a rage about it. And I have no concrete evidence, but it's been little things. The way she treats me, the way she talks to me, she's always fussing at me. I came in, I surprised her. I came in home when I shouldn't have been coming home, and I come in. And I go in, and I'm getting dressed, and she's coming in, and I walk in, and Ruby does not shave her legs, ever. I mean, you know, she's one of them that she waits until we're going to have a little bit of a sexual interlude, and then, you know, I go in, and there's the razor laying in the bathtub, and she had shaved her legs. That doesn't sound like much, but it struck me wrong. And there's just been little things like that that I kept seeing, and none of it was hardcore evidence. And the way she treated me was something else, but I don't know.
What has she said about Sunday since all this has happened?
I do know as soon as Sunday they realized she was missing, she went to all the drug houses asking if
How do you know that? She told you that? So she told you that?
Yes, sir.
So you don't know that she did, she just told you she did.
Yes, sir. So when you put it that way, not anything I can tell you is everything she's told me. She's told me that the drug dealers are stirred up and pissed off at us about that family going up in there and bothering the whole situation.
Has she had problems with anybody else?
Our next door neighbor,
Who?
Cheryl Vassey, who lives right across the street from us.
What was that about?
Huh?
What was that about?
Putting their noses into each other's business, just winning stuff.
How old is she?
48, 49, maybe.
Oh, 48.
Yeah, she's older than us. She's a busybody. I found out that she was out there. She's telling different investigators a lot of things about us. One of the things, I was at the store, she was making sure that they knew about our domestic violence problems, the 2 incidents that we had. And I don't know, a friend don't mention stuff like that. If you let stuff work its course, y'all got the records anyway.
I mean, the only reason Sunday was been allowed to stay in the house is because of his. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
I wasn't going to have a crackhead in my house. We did it so that we could take care of his. Yes, sir.
what do you think Ruby's reaction would be if Sunday would take Izzy back home?
She was freaked out. She would have done what she could to try to keep her there. I still don't think she would have hurt her. I think she would have,
How about this? What if she didn't hurt her, maybe she didn't help her, but she needed help? You think Ruby's capable of that?
like she was overdosing and needed some help and she Ruby in college.
Maybe. Instead of doing something bad, just not help. It's a lot easier to do nothing than do something bad.
I know she's got a lot of rage.
Ruby.
I've seen the rage come out of me. And I'm not saying I'm an angel because I can fit that. I've got rage too. But she's got it really bad. She's got a lot of bad rage. But I still ain't never seen her.
Who all does she have rage against?
Me.
Anybody else? Sunday?
Me. I've never seen them going to blows. I've never
But
seen
you've seen them verbally fuss?
Oh, hell yes. Yes. I've had to shut them up. Isabella will shut them up easier than me. And she'll get up there and get on with both of them. And that's enough, and little old Isabella, that's enough. You know, just go off and shut up, cool off, and let it go. When I got mad at Ruby, Isabella comes over there, slaps me on the heels and says, "Grandpa, that's enough."
What would be a fun about?
Drugs, about her not taking care of Izzy. She would take her EBT card and cash it and use that money for drugs instead of buying groceries for her daughter. She never went any of the school functions. She didn't go to school functions. Izzy didn't want her at school functions.
Why?
Because she looked so nasty. You could see the drug marks, and she knew that she'd be high. Me and Ruby went to school functions. I did field day with them.
Would Sunday start shooting up first thing in the morning?
I couldn't tell you when she starts.
But you said she'd be high all day.
She'd stay high all day on something. She always had something. I have no clue. First off, I don't understand where she got it all. Second, how in the hell did she have the money for it all? I mean, we're talking...
Did y'all give her money?
No, sir.
Whenever Ruby would take her to buy drugs, would Ruby pay for them?
No, sir.
But she'd have her own money?
Yes, sir.
And she was working where?
The little pantry there on Fair Lake Road.
Anywhere else?
Cooking.
How you know that?
Had people calling her on cell phone setting up appointments. That's actually how she met her boss there at the little pantry, is he had called her for an appointment. And they met and he wanted to hire her.
Did she work for anybody or just on her own?
She started working with a friend out of Tallahassee that worked with a group. I don't remember the name of that group. But then after she got up here and got settled, she just did it on her own because she didn't want to pay them their commission.
So she was doing it in Tallahassee?
She was doing it out of Tallahassee, organizing. And it's a internet site. And I can't remember the name of it.
Like an escort service?
Was she having any problems with any of them because she had left them?
I don't know. I do know when she, and I think I told you that, I don't know which one of y'all I told, but when she left Texas on very bad terms. She turned in a bunch of people to keep from going to jail.
She told you that?
No.
Still did, right?
Yes, sir. It come through me, to me third or fourth person. It didn't come to me straight. We saw the, you can go into public records and see the pictures of people and their arrest and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in there for manufacturing and distribution of meth. And then
y'all got a computer at the house?
I actually have a laptop. It goes with me in my truck. It's my entertainment. I mean, it's everything for me. And I've got a Sprint card.
Just to plug in the computer?
Yeah. It's like that one, but it's a different kind.
It says Sprint?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If you need any of that information off of it, I will pass it.
That'll be up to him.
I've done told anything y'all need of mine. Y'all ain't got a subpoena, I'll get it for you. That saves some money. Y'all are welcome to any of my stuff.
Let me ask you this. What is the one thing that you've been afraid to tell us? Even if it's gut feeling, even if you think it's incriminating somebody else. What's the one thing you didn't tell me before we took this test concerning Sunday? And concerning, even, like I said, even if it's a gut feeling, that's what may very well have caused these reactions. It's not what you told me so far. There's something in your gut that you didn't share with me for some reason, and I think it's because you feel like it's going to incriminate somebody. And, you know, assumptions don't mean a damn thing.
That family's a fruitcake. That whole family's nuts. They're strange. Ruby's a little bit on that same side, the way they think about things. They're not Christian, they're agnostic, where they believe in multiple gods. They believe in psychics, things like that.
Ruby?
No, sir. That family. They've all got major drug problems. They've all been arrested. They've all been in and out of jail for this, that, or the other. I'm just scared that I'm screwed. I'm scared that there's too much evidence pointing in my direction. I've done nothing.
Let me tell you this, and I want you to hear me. If you didn't do anything with Sunday, you have nothing to worry about. If you did, you do. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yes, sir.
We don't put anybody in jail because of a gut feeling.
Let me say this about justice. Justice don't always work, and we all know that. I can give you 2 letters real quick, and it'll prove it. Innocent people go to jail sometimes. Guilty people get out. Y'all do the best you can. I'm not saying y'all would put somebody in on purpose. Y'all do the best you can. You can. I don't believe in the justice system.
You know how many hours I could sleep if I thought I put an innocent man in jail? Do you know? Do you?
And I'm with you, and I understand.
I couldn't sleep an hour.
You would not do it on purpose. But there are things out there, there are situations we don't know. You get your evidence, you put all your evidence together. You listen to what everybody says, and you come up with, and you try to prove it. Well, some of it could have been coincidence, some of it could not have. Some of it could have been planted. Hell no, there's no way that, I don't know.
What do you think could have been planted?
I was saying in a general term, I wasn't referring to me.
So you don't trust the justice system, is that what you said?
No, sir, and that's not what I'm saying. O.J. Simpson got off because he had money and he was guilty as hell.
I agree.
There's other innocent people that go. I'm not a great person. I have screwed up. I've done bad things in my life.
You're worried that there's evidence out there that would point against you.
Yes, sir. I mean, you got one right there that says I'm telling a lie.
Other than that, is there anything that would point towards you?
No, sir. Not that I know of.
Coincidence only, right?
I don't believe there's anything. Y'all check the house. As far as I know, y'all haven't found anything in the house. That cleared the house.
Herman, you just said that you're afraid there's evidence out there that's going to point against you that make you look guilty, even though you're not.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So what you're telling me is there's things out there that make you look bad.
Well, I've done bad things in my past.
With Sunday?
No, sir. No, sir. I mean, like I hit my wife. If that comes up in court, well, then the jury's not... I don't believe in the legal system, y'all. You're not up there trying to prove somebody's...
Listen, Herman, what you're telling me, well, if I understand this right, is you're saying there's evidence out there that makes you look bad.
I'm scared.
Involved in Sunday? Or just an ugly past?
I don't know right now. I've done nothing.
If it wasn't you, who do you think it was? Who do you think it was?
I believe it's the drug dealers. Because they keep making threats about how we don't need to be over there in that area. And I don't know their names. There's a couple of them that have made very pointed remarks. We don't need to be over there.
To you, to Ruby, or to both of y'all?
No, sir. They've been putting it out on the street that we don't need to be over there.
Herman, you understand that you not being absolutely, completely open about everything, it's just going to make me more suspicious about you, and I'm going to keep hitting those bushes until something falls out. You understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Remember last night we talked about doing the house and everything, and you talked about having to go on a truck drive or something pretty soon, and I said, the more you stay in contact with me, the easier you are to get, the more cooperative you are, the more comfortable I feel about you. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
That applies this whole way through.
I am easy to contact. I've been in touch with y'all. Now this machine over here is saying I'm lying. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Now, am I holding something back? I do not know what it is that I'm holding back that's causing the problem.
That goes back to what I said, though, just a minute ago.
Okay.
If you think of anything, or you hear anything, you need to be in contact with this man. Something's in your heart. Even if you think it's gonna make somebody else look guilty. What I tell you, don't protect anybody but yourself. Remember when I said that?
Yes, sir.
And I say that because it's important. You're holding something in that heart, and I'm asking you these questions, even if it's not those direct questions, it's going to cause you to mess up on the test. Now, you have discussed a few things. I do not, for the life of me, believe that's all of it. That's just the way, I mean, with your reaction and everything, now, like I told you, I like you. You got a good personality. But that and 50 cents will buy you a cup of coffee. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm here for the truth and the truth only.
Yes, sir.
And this man's here for the truth and the truth only. And that is to get Sunday, to find Sunday. Now, what do you think has happened to Sunday right now? Do you think she's alive or dead? That's your opinion. Do you think she's alive or do you think she's dead?
I believe she's dead.
And why is that? Because of the time frame.
Yes, sir.
And
She's not called anybody. There's a lot of people saying they saw her. If that many people seen her, you got all these reward posters, she's seen something.
who all said that they saw her?
Ruby keeps making lists and passing down. I've been hearing from Free and them that they're getting information about who has seen them, and they've been passing it to y'all.
Who's Free?
The
Brother?
brother. And then yesterday I came in with that note that I gave Mr. Power.
Pro?
Mr. Pro, but you beat me over there. You was already over there checking on it by the time I gave it to him. I mean, we pass it, just...
Tell me that meeting with that man that told you that he'd seen her. How did that go?
He was, I was changing clothes in the bathroom. And,
In the flower shop?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because the air conditioner was out of the house. And so I was changing clothes in the bathroom. I went back up here there. He said, yeah, he had seen her. We talked about it.
Who initiated the conversation?
Well, he initiated with the girl that works at the flower shop. I initiated with him. I told him I was the father-in-law. He told me that he had seen her Friday on Fletcher Road, that he knew her and cut up with her up at the little pantry, and they joked as they walked by each other. I got his name and his address, and I passed it on to y'all. And he said all y'all need to do is come talk to him.
Herman, I think Sean feels the same way, that whether it's bad or not bad, you have got something just sitting right here. And I cannot get past that until you hand it over to me and say, this is what's wrong. It may not look good. I mean, whatever you tell me, if it's not good, I'll run it to that dog won't hunt anymore until we get it cleared up and figure everything out about it.
So in other words, there is something on your shoulders.
I would like to be able to decipher it in my head.
And that's
because
fair.
there's a lot on me.
That's fair. If at this point you want to quit talking, that's up to you. That's your right. But you need to think about it, okay? For yourself. For nobody else but for yourself. You need to think about this, because that weight that's on your shoulders is just bringing you down, and you don't need this, okay? If you didn't have anything to do with her death or her disappearance or whatever has happened to Sunday, then you have nothing to worry about. But something is, just like Graham said, something is on your shoulders. And that may very well be the something that caused this right here, okay? And I think it is. Now, you're the one that said you would just assume wait a little bit to talk about it. How long do we have to wait? How long do you think we're going to have to wait?
I don't know. I'm hoping y'all find her, and I'm hoping y'all get it taken care of before I ever have to say any of the things that I've done. Because I'm hoping I'm wrong.
I'm a GBI agent, and we do this kind of thing a lot.
Yes, sir.
But Sean will tell you too that a missing person or homicide, for us, is the biggest thing we can do.
Yes, sir.
And you take them personal. Maybe you shouldn't, but you do. I hadn't slept a lot since they called me about this. I was at your house at 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Were you still there this morning at 3?
At a 120-degree house.
I'm so sloppy.
I mean, I'm sacrificing a lot personally
Yes, sir.
for this case.
Yes, sir.
That's my job. That's what I like to do. This is a human being.
Yes, sir.
As much drugs as someone may have done, bad of a person they may have done, whatever their problem is, they are flesh and blood. They're a human being,
Yes, sir.
a child of God.
Yes, sir.
And not only do I have orders from the state of Georgia, but I feel like I've got orders from God too. You've got to find this girl.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know how much longer I can lose sleep and have that burden on me. You've got your burden of not wanting to hand this over to me. But I got some on me too.
I understand.
And you gotta think about Isabel too.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I talked to Isabel and she's still not real sure what's going on.
Just take care of everything. You see her,
What, Herman, what am I going to tell her?
just tell her I love her.
What am I going to tell her about Mom? I mean, I've spent one day with the girl. We talked to her, Izzy. And she snatched me up right away. That girl grabbed the heart.
You think?
She's cute.
That's my baby.
She's sitting there calling me, asking, Mr. Graham, where's my mama? Izzy, I don't know. I'm looking for it. Hold on, baby. We're gonna find her. That's up.
Yes, sir.
Please, don't stand in my way. We're gonna get an answer to Izzy, whether it's good or bad.
I'm not standing.
You're not helping me.
I helped you. Yes, I have. I've come in here and I've sat down and I've answered questions. Y'all think that I'm
But
lying?
I can't leave you to go on to someone else. And you give me what you got right here, brother. I know you want time to work things out, but if not for me, just think about it.
Yes, sir.
The girl deserves to know whether or not she's going to see her mom again, or at least have some type of answer, good or bad.
Sorry, I haven't.
I'm ready to help. But if you got something, I wish you'd give it to me.
Sorry, I don't know more help than I was. I thought I could help.
I guess the bottom line is this: is there anything else that you have to provide to Graham to assist him in this investigation?
No, sir.
There's nothing else.
Can you tell me what it is you worried about? You worried about giving me something that I'm going to take the wrong way, or?
I don't have any. I understand what y'all are saying about weight on the shoulders. I've told y'all my opinions. I've told you my suspicions. I don't think Ruby could have done it. The question you asked me, I'm not sure. But even if she did let her sit there and overdose, how did she get rid of it?
I don't know. Like, I've seen a lot of creative ideas.
I think I was for a little bit. I thought I could help. I did. I thought when I seen her she was going to lie. That was several weeks ago. I'm sorry that the machine's doing what it's doing. I don't know why. I've got the other reason straight shot. I gotta get out of here. Just a little bit. Y'all won't know. I've got to get the damn cracker.
I mean, I like drinking with you too.
You're welcome to. What you say around talking about fishing?
I wish I could. I got a job to do.
Sorry.
'Cause I got a little girl calling me.
You take care of that little girl. I can't see her. I'm messing with that. My world, she's there for me.
Herman, if you, whatever it is you said you need to think about, please think about it.
If I come up with anything I think will work, I will call you. I'll have your number, okay?
You don't have it right now.
Right, you got called.
While you doing that, come here, you step over here, let me get you to sign a few things. It's ready, just, your chart, just sign your name right there. It's right, just as I prayed you did the entire time, I told you the results of the test, you saw the results of the test, and we discussed a bunch of things.
Right.
Just sign right there.
All right, I didn't bring your cell phone number. I don't have it.
Well,
Okay, you call that number, and tell them that you need to talk to me ASAP. They will get to me and I'll give you a call.
fine.
Herman,
Yes, sir.
Think about it.
don't forget about it. Don't forget
Kind of
about
hard
it.
to, I ain't forgot about Izzy.
All right, boy. Take care.